Sinner.
Pals! You've obviously heard the theme song to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Very familiar.
The version you've heard is probably 60 seconds long. The original version is actually 90 seconds. Oh. Yeah, and so you're going to hear that for the first time today. First time I heard the long version, I was just kind of thrown. I'm like, oh, there's like more to this. There's like an extended edition, a James Cameron version of this song.
James Cameron version.
I asked some of you guys, or I asked all of you really, in the comments if how you'd feel about us watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is an experiment that you're watching in real time. I don't know how many episodes we're actually going to cover. This is a show I watched as a kid, but I, truth be told, haven't seen every single episode. Most of us haven't seen every single episode.
I watched bits and pieces that jumped around the series on Nick at Night.
Before the Netflix and the Amazon Primes and all that stuff, it's like you just caught what you caught on TV. Mm-hmm. And there was no way of knowing if this was like season 3 or season 5. Yeah, I just didn't know. But anyway, we're watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is season 1, episode 1, 2, and 3. Here we go.
Hey, Uncle Phil! Oh.
Picks him up off his feet.
I am not your Uncle Philip. My fault, man. I must have got the wrong crib. But, hey, yo, I ain't know there was so many brothers living in this neighborhood. We doing all right, huh?
Dang, that looks
We're
like
doing
hit him
all right.
hard.
I am Jeffrey.
Playing with the chandelier.
Oh, okay, well, cheerio and all that rot, and
Bring the horses around, would you?
Nope.
Why would he like
Nope.
I will show you to your room, Master William. It's cool if you just call me Will, man.
Yeah, that you don't need to call me William.
that? That'll stick forever. Oh, jeez.
Tradition dictates that a clean, unbreakable line be drawn between a family and their butler. You address me as Jeffrey, and I, in turn, address you by your proper title.
And I will be unshakable in that.
Willie!
Hey, Aunt Biz! How you doing?
Hi!
Immediately recognized Aunt Viv.
It is amazing. You certainly have grown, Will.
Well, we all have.
Damn, straight to it.
Damn.
Did you enjoy the trip?
That's so
The
offensive.
plane ride was stupid. I was up in first
Excuse
class,
me?
man. No, I was saying the plane was dope.
Excuse me?
Oh, we're gonna have a problem here.
Stupid dope. Oh, no, that doesn't mean what you... how would he...
the flight was really neat.
Yeah.
I have a 401k and a Roth IRA. So clearly, uncle by marriage, aunt by blood.
Yeah.
You hear that language?
We used slang when we were kids. You remember our first date. You took one look at me and you said, Vivian, that is a bad dress. Now, you could have just said it was a good dress.
I could have if I liked it. Actually, it was a bad dress.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, damn. Okay, now you're backpedaling.
Now we're taking shots.
That's stupid. Now, take it for whatever meaning you want.
Now he's got you doing it.
Oh, Philip.
It's been 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's already a bad influence.
Hi, sweetie pie.
Hi, Ashley.
Yo, this place is huge, man. Next time I go to my room, I'll take some breadcrumbs.
On the way back.
Yeah.
This is Ashley?
Hey, hi, my little Scottish
Look how tiny she is.
Little Scottish cousin.
Well, I'm going to take a swim before dinner.
Good luck, Mom. The pool heater's broken. Don't you just hate it when that happens?
Oh, yes, that is my pet peeve.
God, that's the worst.
You got your own pool in here?
Mm-hmm. And a tennis court, too.
Yo, this is better than a Love Boat. This boy gonna be maxing and relaxing.
I used to just really want to pull as a kid. Now I'm like, I'm good. It's a
Yeah, that's so
responsibility.
much maintenance and responsibility.
You promised your mother that you're here to work hard, straighten out, and learn some good old-fashioned American values.
Dad, I need $300.
Hillary, your cousin Will is here.
Hi. Dad, I need $300.
Anyway,
Back to the important stuff.
I need a new hat.
For what?
Probably her head.
Okay,
How
I'm
very
going on the
astute.
Save the Ozone Celebrity Bus next Saturday. It's going to be Bruce Willis and Demi, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez.
Oh.
Demi Moore?
Take the bus all over town to protest air pollution, and then we're going to motor to the beach and have a big bonfire.
That seems counterintuitive.
I'm not an expert or anything, but don't you think driving a big old bus around town and then having a bonfire sort of adding to the problem of pollution? What do you think? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I don't know anything.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
Look, if this weren't a good idea, I really, really don't think Ellie Sheedy would be involved.
Not the straight look to camera.
This is for you. Oh, but I didn't get you anything.
Your uncle has invited several of the partners from his law firm to dinner.
Ooh.
At the time of the invitation, he did not realize you would be descending upon him today, and regrettably, it was too late to cancel.
Yo, we having a party? Oh, so we get stupid, right?
I don't know if that's the kind of party.
For some of us, that will require very little effort indeed.
Damn.
He just comes in with
he does.
dangerous energy.
He does.
It's like, wild. He looks just like inappropriate to this world completely. And it's
fully.
perfect.
This is for you.
Aw.
Thank you, Ashley.
Oh, this
That's
is nice.
cute.
You're very talented.
That's adorable.
I'm glad I'm good at something.
Huh?
Oh.
Well, when I auditioned for Mrs. Berkeley, I couldn't remember all the words to the song. The part I remembered was fantastic.
I'm sure it was. I'll bet you're deaf.
That's what she said.
Deaf. D-E-F. That's just slang. Means terrific, good, you know.
Oh, well, thank you.
So you should try being a rapper. It's like when you're rapping, you mess up the words and...
Yeah, just freestyle it.
So let's try this. I'll say one line, and you make up a line to rhyme it.
Okay.
All right. You didn't get into Miss Berkeley's chorus.
That's the
her
downbeat.
That's her first effort.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I've got it.
All right, here we go.
Takes a minute.
You didn't get into Miss Berkeley's chorus.
I'd like to hit her in the head with Rojace Thesaurus.
Oh my God.
Don't need no choir when you're a rapper.
Gonna hunt Miss Berkeley down and zap her.
Damn.
This is very violent.
It's your cousin, Carlton, don't you remember? When you two were little, people used to think you were twins. You looked exactly alike.
Oh, well, guess some things never change. Huh?
Yeah, something's a little bit different, huh?
The important thing to remember is to just relax, enjoy yourself, and when in doubt, do whatever Carlton's doing.
I'll get right on it.
You got it, man.
Okay, then I'll see you at dinner.
You got it, man.
That's a really neat tux, isn't it, Will?
Oh, yes, it's definitely the cat's meow.
People may not think we're twins, but I'll bet they think we're brothers.
I don't think you have to worry about anybody mistaking you for a brother.
Oh, poor Carlton.
This is going to be great, your first formal dinner. And tomorrow I'll introduce you to the gang. Maybe we'll play a set of tennis or two.
Set of tennis or two.
Oh, yes, this is going to be wild.
He's like an alien.
It's interesting to see like the pilot episode slower pace compared to like what you see in the later seasons.
Where it's just like bam, 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 bam.
Where is he?
He's upstairs changing.
Not Will. President Reagan.
Oh?
You invited him again.
Why not? He's our neighbor.
Philip,
He's
turned
our
down the last
neighbor?
16 invitations. When are you going to take a hint?
Maybe I should call his house.
Don't.
No, I don't want him here.
Why not?
Because he'll bring her.
Bruce and Demi and I all feel that the ozone layer must be protected. I mean, every square foot of rainforest that's cut down brings us just one step closer to global warming.
God, man. I wish we didn't have to have this conversation still.
He made that his own.
Way to use your own That's not where the cover button's supposed to go. But like, you know what? Way to make it your
Oh
own.
my God.
This is how he feels comfortable. It's not killing anybody.
It's killing me with the blood pressure.
Steve, David, Henry, this is Will, my nephew by marriage.
Why would he think?
By marriage, okay.
Why would he think that needs to be up there though?
I mean, I guess if you've never worn a cummerbund, but like...
Will is going to go to Bel-Air Academy with Carlton.
Oh, good for you, Will. I used to fence at Bel-Air.
Really?
Oh, good for
How
you.
much you think we could give for that stereo?
But
Will, there are other people at this table.
I was actually kind of enjoying that.
yeah, I was having fun.
Any requests?
Sweetie, would you say grace, please?
Yes, Mommy.
Grace.
Hey there, Lord. My name is Ashley Banks. My family and friends want to give you some thanks. So before this dinner's all swallowed and chewed, thank you, God, for this stupid food.
That she looks at Will.
Yeah, immediately outs him. That was good, though. Off the cuff? Dang, girl.
You deliberately tried to embarrass me tonight, and I don't get it. Your aunt and I went through a lot of trouble to bring you out here, and this is the thanks we get?
A lot of trouble. You paid for a first-class ticket.
Shipping me off and dressing me up and changing me into something that I don't want to be.
Nobody wants to change you.
When in doubt, act as Carlton acts. Man, I don't want to be like Carlton. I mean, I'm a joker. I play around. I have fun.
Right.
I remind you of where you came from and what you used to be. Now, I don't know, somewhere between Princeton or the office, you got soft. You forgot who you are and where you came from.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
I grew up on the streets just like you. I encountered bigotry you could not imagine. Now, you have a nice poster of Malcolm X on your wall. I heard the brother speak.
Damn.
That's different.
I read every word he wrote. Believe me, I know where I come from.
You actually heard Malcolm speak, man?
That's right.
Damn right I did.
So before you criticize somebody, you find out what he's all about. Take care of you in the morning. I'm going to bed.
Oh, hold on. I can't tell my side of the story?
You can't tell your side of the story. I know what you're all about.
I've seen this book before. Damn. Yeah, that's actually Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was doing music before
that tracks, but
maybe he's not so bad after all.
I had to do just that opening bit for a show when I was in high school, and I practiced for months and months and months and still shanked it on performance day. So bad. So bad. Vibing out. Got the moves. Man, he just fell right in step with her.
Music in his head.
Sometimes you don't need music to keep dancing.
I seem to be missing a Walkman, you know? So if it like shows up anywhere, like, I don't know, on your head maybe.
He knew exactly where it was hiding.
Dad won't let me get one.
How come?
He says he wants to hear everything I'm listening to. You know, to make sure it's not bad.
Well, what records does he think's good?
He really, really likes the Care Bears.
That's not what he likes. That's a lie.
That's what he wants you to like.
I'm really glad you're living here, Will.
Oh, thanks, Ed.
Aww.
You're like the big brother I never had.
Oh, what are you talking about? You got
Carlton.
I understand now.
How many bathrooms you got in this place?
4.5.
A half bath. Now, how does that work?
It doesn't have everything a full bathroom has.
I think you better show me a full bathroom. I don't want to take no chances.
No chances.
Some people seem to think it's pretty number silly.
That's Carlton's voice, isn't it?
Carlton's my favorite character.
He's delightful.
Next bathroom.
Can't a person gargle in peace?
Hillary, are you going to be in there for long? Is this just like a pit stop?
Me, I'm trying to take off my makeup.
I'm trying to take off my makeup.
Okay, good night, Hillary.
Is she gonna like sneak out in a cucumber mask?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's wrong with that, though, honestly?
Nothing.
I knew it!
She is a monster.
The very first episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How do you feel?
It's interesting to see the characters that like I've just come to adjacently know and see where they start out. And like that's true of any pilot series.
Yeah. Yeah.
But having watched episodes in sporadic order,
later
you get kind of used to like who the characters are in later seasons. Watching their kind of early iterations, it's like, I see the bits and pieces that come together to create that character, but I also see where we were experimenting and some of the things that we changed up.
It's wild for me as well. I already know, like, once I finish going through this whole thing, season 1 is probably where I wouldn't go back to, just because, like, I don't typically, I think it's true of anything, like, I don't typically go back to early stuff. Even right off the top of my head, one of my favorite YouTubers is Ryan George.
Right.
And he does the Pitch Meeting series. There's an era of his stuff where I'm like, yeah, I can't really go past, this is my threshold right here, where his comedy's in that space, in that perfect like rhythm. I can feel the early beginnings, the seeds of what will come. That is the stuff I got used to seeing. You know, like later on, like you were kind of mentioning. It is still neat though to see them so young. You know, like Will Smith is basically like a baby in this. It's crazy. I saw him in person once in a promotion for Gemini Man. It was wild. You know, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole of all that. It's just wild to me to like. He looks great for his age.
Right, he looks amazing for his age.
Yeah.
But like here, you're like, oh my God, he's so young.
Yeah, exactly. That's the short of it. And I will never unhear Shredder's voice when I hear Uncle Phil, because he played Shredder in the Ninja Turtles cartoon
animated series.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah. A lot of people get wigged out when they hear that. They're like, wait, no, really? And it's like, yeah, that was. He played Shredder.
Well, it's like when you realize that Mark Hamill played the Joker for years and years and years and was like the definitive voice of the Joker for so long. And you're like, wait, but Luke Skywalker made that noise?
Yeah.
As with any pilot, obviously you've got the structure there and you've got kind of the formula, and now it's just a matter of improving on that as it goes down the line, both in the season and over the rest of the show. But it's fun. I mean, like similar to the opening theme being longer, it's like, oh man, the little details that are like kind of set up, or the little details that you take for granted where you see them in their beginnings, kind of trippy almost.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, let's move into episode 2.
I thought we might begin the day with an aspirin. Preventative medicine being so much the mode.
Thank you.
I already have a headache just anticipating the hammering at the office.
Oh, we've shaved the beard.
Looks cleaner.
These are the only moments of peace and quiet I'll have all day.
Short-lived.
Very short-lived.
Another aspirin, sir?
Please.
Perhaps a gun.
Some coffee to go with the aspirin would help.
Yeah, right.
Vivian, what in the devil is he doing up there?
I got the power by Snap.
I used to love that
Asked
song
and
as a
answered.
kid.
Asked and answered.
Snap is a great band.
When Crackle and Pop cut a disc, then call me.
Cracks himself up.
Who's gonna take me to my tennis lesson after school today?
Uh-oh.
Are you sure it's tennis today, sweetie?
Yeah.
Maybe you better check your schedule.
Schedule?
My parents bought me this calendar so I could keep my lessons straight.
That's helpful.
Didn't you have a schedule for after school when you were my age?
Yeah, the TV guide.
The TV guide.
That's very dated now.
Tuesday's writing, Wednesday's violin. Oops.
I thought today was violin, sweetie pie.
Oops.
Ashley would have shown up for her violin lesson in her tennis outfit.
That one was super funny.
His laugh is so stupid.
Will, you don't have any chores this afternoon. You can drive Ashley.
Word up. Kick over the keys to the Jag.
No.
The Benzito.
No.
The station wagon.
Why would you own a boring car?
Maybe it's the old family car before they got the new place.
Maybe.
They used to make them good.
Wednesdays, you are Ashley's driver. Understood?
Yes, I've been more than
Second time you made that joke.
tell you to piggly wiggly, Miss Daisy.
Oh, my ears.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, there's no way in hell.
What is she supposed to do?
Everybody just repeat after me, okay?
Uh-huh.
I got the power!
I got the power!
I got the power!
There we go.
I got the power!
Get them all singing.
Everybody scream!
Why would you want that?
I was going to say it's easier on the ears than the violin.
1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Faster, 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 faster.
You
Somebody
don't have to
please,
stay
God,
there.
help them.
Go to the car.
What you do here?
I'm Ashley's cousin. I
drive.
was just waiting to drive her home. Hey, you make me kind of nervous with that stick, lady.
I was going to say, she's threatening.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Jesus.
Just walk out.
Yeah, like wait outside in the car or something.
That was decent to listen to that kind of music, without having to see Freddy Krueger kill somebody.
I'm glad somebody enjoys it.
What, don't you?
Well, not yet. But when I'm older, it'll be very useful to me.
In what way?
No, wait, that's tennis.
That's tennis.
It would be useful if you get, really good
yeah,
at it.
if you get good.
Yo-Yo
you can get,
Ma's
like, a scholarship and
killing
stuff.
it.
At 9 o'clock, they were pounding. At 10 o'clock, they were jackhammering.
That drove me crazy.
And Jeffrey, they were just repainting the office.
Why?
How did that happen?
The Earl of Cranbrook, to whom I was in service for several years, suffered from the most severe headaches.
Oh, and you're saying that these were caused by some sort of stress?
I should very much doubt it. She was a terribly good snooker player, one of the best, and one night
Your
she
point?
bet Sir Freddie Cox.
Get to the point.
Yeah, get to the point.
Then what was the point of the story, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Sheer entertainment, sir.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Maybe to just distract him for a moment.
He's got little cousin playing the drums.
The way he showed up there, he's just
Yeah,
like
right.
ready to tear someone's head off.
Damn.
Vivian!
Headache's already bad. Damn, her face.
It takes real skill to play drums. I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah, right?
Where is your violin?
Big Sal has it.
Big Sal.
Okay, maybe that's a problem.
You just go in and give him something you don't even want anymore,
Okay,
and
that's
he gives
bad.
you this ticket, and then
A pawn shop?
Yeah, you pawned it off.
That's not good.
Oh, no.
They gave me a great deal.
They gave you a set of drums.
That's the great deal.
I made them throw in a little gift for each of you. Close your eyes.
Vivian!
Oh, my God, she's
My
a...
present.
He sounds so menacing.
I love the aunt.
Vivian.
Oh, well, what a lovely antique necklace.
And a ring.
What is this?
Daddy, it's a diamond.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
You don't like it?
Is it fake?
No, I do not.
Can I have it?
Can I have it?
How dare you pawn her violin?
She don't even like playing it no more.
She will learn to like it later.
That's not how that works.
Yo, a girlie that can play the drums can write her own ticket.
Damn straight. We love female drummers.
I mean, we do have the white stripes, right?
I loved classical music, but my parents couldn't afford lessons.
And the warning.
I used to stand out in the parking lot of the Philharmonic.
When I met you, you were into James Brown.
He has this air of like being so classy.
He's putting up this front.
Even wore his hair like him.
He had hair?
How dare you undermine me?
I can't believe you just said that.
It is possible to like both classical music and James Brown.
That's true.
That's true.
It's true.
Could not agree more. So let's let Ashley play whatever she wants. She spent an entire year on the violin.
Yeah, she didn't like it after a year.
And as for you, young man,
Love you.
I love you. That didn't go how you wanted it to, did it?
the next time you decide to visit a pawn shop, don't. Now, are we clear on that?
Yes, ma'am.
There's something skeevy about a pawn shop.
Yeah.
There is a young gentleman downstairs with a rather large radio who is here to
You know who this
see
is?
you. He claims his name is Jazz.
Oh, my God.
Yo, I heard the boy at the club, he is all of that. I hope he's gonna be Ashley's new music teacher. I mean, now, he's not as experienced as Madam Chachka.
Chachka. What a guy.
It's nice to meet you, Jazz.
I can see all the set lights in his eyes.
Yeah, right?
Man, you loaded!
Yo, what's up, Jay?
I love that they say all the things that I would be saying in my mind and not out loud.
Right, yeah, you're just quietly being like, oh my God, this place.
Yeah.
Will's ability to just like move sometimes
There's
is
your James
incredible.
Brown. His physicality is amazing.
So good.
Am I the only one who finds this drumming inappropriate for high tea?
Okay, Carlton.
All I hear is this relentless, pulsating, thumping beat. I'm going to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Nice.
It was the only time that Jazz could give her a lesson today.
Vivian, I wish you would stop calling him that.
But that's his name.
It is not. It can't be.
What else are we supposed to call him?
Philip, these kids like to make up their own names. Let them.
Fine.
Jaby.
Jaby.
Just call me King Edward IV.
Michael.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
I love him so much.
Humor, sir.
I was being funny.
Dad, I'm as liberal as the next guy.
Yeah, right.
High tea has been a weekly tradition in our family for as long as I can remember. If we let young Will ruin this for us, what's next to go?
Why is he speaking like a preacher?
He sounds so whiny.
He does.
High tea is not a sacred institution.
For you, maybe.
It's not the tea.
How did Aunt Vivian and Uncle Phil produce such a small offspring?
I don't know, because they're both like pretty formidable people.
Ashley, honey, come down here.
What are you doing?
He's punishing her.
Oh God, don't look so pleased about it.
Hillary, I just wanted to spend some time with her family.
Same thing.
Damn.
What is all this yelling about downstairs?
I love Jazz.
Now, this young lady has the drive, the good look, and the intelligence to get to the top, but she will not be on your MTV Raps if you all don't work with me.
Is that the goal?
Ashley, honey, it's tea time.
Ooh, tea.
Ooh.
Biscuits.
He's my spirit animal.
He's so funny.
Put on our tea time music, please.
His happiness, like that's what I would be doing.
You'll love this, honey. It's Brandenburg Concertos.
Hey, how you doing? Fair enough.
I want those.
Those are sweet.
Hey, Jazz, hit me with some sugar, man.
Nailed it.
How about a little milk?
How would he deliver the milk?
I thought this was Sterling.
Look at Jeffrey watching him.
Yeah, he's like, put the spoon down. Give. Don't touch it.
I won't take a chance on you.
Yes, yes, this is my favorite part. Ashley, honey, this is possibly the most beautiful music ever written.
I mean, it's great, but the most beautiful?
I would murder.
Couldn't resist.
I would murder.
Oh, God.
You're scratching up my record.
Yeah. Incredible.
Oh, Will, your uncle just wanted to speak with Ashley.
No, let him stay.
Uh-oh.
I want him to hear this
He's got to
too.
hear the lecture.
I hope this isn't gonna be one of those Theo moments.
I think it's a reference to the Cosby Show.
Oh.
We're going to return to the violin. I've called Madam Chachka. She's agreed to give you a makeup lesson.
Man, it's not what's best for Ashley. I mean, you're trying to control her too much. She's 9 years old and she got a calendar telling her where she's got to be and what she's got to do.
There's a certain degree of regimented schedule is good for children, but...
You're not her father.
All right, okay.
That's a fact.
How come you didn't know she doesn't like the violin?
She liked it for a whole year before you moved into this house. Can you explain that?
I never liked it, Daddy.
There you
That
go.
explains it.
Thanks, Aunt Viv.
I mean, look, if you ask her, she will tell you she wants to play the drums.
I don't like the drums either.
See?
Oh?
See? Now you confused her.
That's what happened.
I just didn't want to disappoint you, Will. And I didn't want to disappoint you, Daddy.
Aw,
people
kiddo.
Ashley, honey, you don't have to please Will, and you don't have to please your father. You just continue with the lessons that you like best.
You mean it, Mommy?
Absolutely.
It's gonna backfire.
Aw. Thanks, Mom.
Then I want to quit ballet.
Ballet, honey, no. But honey, you look so cute in that little tutu.
Oh, I really hate it, Mommy.
It's the worst.
You gotta pick something.
Yep.
It's like martial arts, gymnastics, ballet. You gotta pick something.
Yeah, there's got to be something they do.
Do you believe that?
She wants to quit everything.
I know.
These kids today, they have no attention span.
I blame television.
Oh, yeah.
The irony.
It used to be television. Now what is it?
The phones. I've never had this thought before watching Will Smith. I just had it during this episode. And you guys tell me if I'm crazy. But there was like a faint influence in there of Eddie Murphy that I could see in his comedy.
Oh.
And I don't know if I'm just making this up many years removed. Because like I've been watching Will Smith since I was a little kid. And I never had that thought before. But it was just like in his delivery and his cadence. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, because Eddie Murphy like was huge by the time this show came out.
That's true.
Long established. And so it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if he had a remarkable impact on the approach to comedy and cadence or whatever to other aspiring comedic actors at that time. Maybe I'm way off on this one.
Especially considering I believe this was like one of Will Smith's first acting roles, proper acting roles. So I imagine that, you know, whether intentionally or not, he probably took inspiration from other stars that he saw doing similar things, which Eddie Murphy would be really big in the zeitgeist at that moment. Again, intentionally or unintentionally, could have taken a lot of influence from him. Additionally, the writing may have also tried to elicit Eddie Murphy in a way too, because he was so big in comedy at the time that they're like, okay, we know people like this. We know people like his kind of cadence. Let's write the jokes kind of in that style.
What's interesting about the writing is Will Smith, anytime he signed on to a movie, if I remember correctly, he had a personal writer that would be basically attached to every film he would do.
Wow.
To rewrite Will Smith's dialogue to be more Will Smith friendly.
Fascinating.
That's why his characters often feel very similar one to the next, unless you're talking about Legend of Bagger Vance or Ali or something like that.
Yeah.
But oftentimes it felt like customed to just him and his personality because he just knows what works. And it's like Will Smith plays Will Smith very well. Yeah, very well. Yeah. And so that totally makes sense and it tracks because that helped keep his money flowing.
Yeah.
The other thing that's fun to know about Will Smith is that, early on in his acting, he didn't necessarily have all the confidence in the acting scenes. And so what he would do is, to make sure he didn't mess up, he'd memorize everybody's lines. And so you might catch him sometimes in early episodes mouthing
other people's lines.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to see if they catch that on camera.
I never caught it because I wasn't thinking about it while watching until you just mentioned that.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about it. But I remember Will Smith saying that he had to remember everybody's lines so he knew when his lines were coming.
Interesting.
So I guess it's almost like music.
Yeah. Basically, you got to know how many measures of rest you've got before you come in, and you got to know which beat you're on and things like that. So that tracks.
The thing I enjoyed the most in this episode that gave me the biggest chuckles was definitely Carlton. Just his I don't know what you call it, his full of himself with his jokes and whatever. It's just it's so obnoxious and pompous, but so it's done just right where we're all in on the joke together.
Yeah, he plays it so well where obviously everything he says is making fun of him and the joke is just who he is, but he plays it so well that he's not in on the joke that
he's genuine.
He's genuine and it doesn't feel like he's self-commentating.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the last episode.
What
That's a
dog
nice
did he steal
ref.
that sweater from?
Oh my God.
That's mean.
Probably his wife.
Damn, that's mean.
Good God, who shot the couch?
You ever
I was going to say her dress looks a lot like couch upholstery.
You ever sit and just judge people for fun?
Oh yeah, for sure, all the time.
Whoa, who Who's that lady with Nell Carter?
That's not Nell Carter, that's my father. God, you are so shallow. I hate you. You're stupid and ugly, and I wish you would die.
Sorry.
Wow.
Okay.
All's forgiven.
All is forgiven. We're good.
Hit the brakes!
Jesus.
That's really dangerous.
Yeah, my God.
I'm sorry, man. It ain't my fault.
to him?
I panicked. That squirrel came out of nowhere.
Do you get that dirty playing golf?
I guess so.
I'll call the manager and have him remove the cards.
No, let's just draw more attention to ourselves. Get in the cart, Vivian.
Get in the cart, Vivian. His knees all busted up.
Sorry, Mr. Banks, but no golf carts in the dining room.
He was on his way out.
Yeah, he's taking it out.
I wouldn't be surprised if they revoked our shuffleboard privileges.
Oh no, not the shuffleboard.
This place is whack. I'm out of here.
Never mind.
Oh, never mind.
I'll
I'm gonna
stay.
hang out.
Yeah.
Special bulletin, hormones to will. Hormones to will.
Hold up yourself, Will.
That'll definitely keep me in place. Right when I'm about to leave.
Yeah, right.
You can't get to first base with her unless you can impress her father. And around these parts, he's known as Dr. No.
Why they call him that?
Because he never says yes. No young man is good enough for his daughter.
We're
He ain't
about
gonna have
to
a chance
find
to tell
out.
me no, because I ain't gonna ask.
Because I'm not gonna ask.
Mimi, if you're not busy on Friday night,
Why would
you
you
like
do
to
it
accompany
right
me
in
to
front
the
of the
Apple
pops?
Blossom Ball?
No.
Poor Mimi.
He apparently didn't get the memo.
No.
What school do you go to? What college are you applying to? And what's your career plans?
I'm just a
Damn.
sophomore, sir.
Damn.
I don't really know yet.
Out of here, son.
Well,
You
that's your
disgust
problem.
me.
You're a
disgust
disgrace.
me.
Let's face it, Will, you lack the social graces to impress someone like Dr. No.
I don't need to impress him.
I am the most handsome, the most intelligent, and unequivocally the most flamboyant bachelor since Billy D.
All right.
It's very easy to be a geek. All I have to do is follow you around for a day.
There you go.
I mean, he's not
I've got the
entirely
perfect
wrong.
example.
As easy as it looks.
I just gotta show him how to sit.
Sit down. Legs crossed and everything.
Oh my God.
Fine.
You get good abs walking the way Carlton just walked.
Yeah, right?
And with your father's permission, I'd love to escort you
Oh,
to
boy.
the Apple.
Look what she walked in on.
Like, what is going on?
You two were getting along so well.
You know what's sad? Kneeling down, he was still almost as tall as
Almost
Carlton.
as tall as Carlton, yeah. I want to see this. Oh God, the bow tie. It's too tight, it's too tight, it's too tight.
Might I say that you rate a perfect 10 on my niftiness meter?
Niftiness.
I don't think so.
Was over here like, I'd scream and run.
That took me a second.
What I'm about to tell you is going to change your life forever.
You rate a
Is it?
perfect 10 on my niftiness
Niftiness. You nifty.
First, I take her hand.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I stroke it gently, but imperceptibly.
You get slapped in the face before you get to that.
Let my mouth curl up into a smile, make a low, rumbling, hypnotic sound.
That's creepy by today's standards.
But she's
Bella, that's
all
what
over
you
it.
did on our first date.
That's right.
You're lucky you got a second one.
It's not creepy if she likes you.
Nope.
Certainly, Jeffrey, if you think you can do any better.
Jeffrey's got moves, I'm sure.
Mademoiselle?
Jeffrey's got game.
My life was but a mere whisper until you entered into it.
With that accent. That way. That
Oh
might
yeah,
work.
that'd melt anybody.
I would be remiss to let this moment pass without telling you how deeply you have affected the very core of my being. Oh, baby!
Yeah, I was gonna say, Will looks moved.
He
just tackled him to the ground.
You're from Connecticut, and you transferred to Bel-Air Academy, and you roll on the crew team. Now, where did you transfer from?
Bend over.
It's Andover. We're going back home.
Bent over.
I'm just clowning.
I beg your pardon, Dr. Mumford. I have a friend who's new in town. He's the new star on the crew team.
We got the
Would you
pink
like to meet him?
socks.
No. But I'd just like to say kudos on that polo match.
What a Carlton imitation.
Super form.
Sounds like Jim Carrey playing Eggman.
Excuse me, I didn't get your name.
Smithers, sir. Kip
Smithers.
What school do you go to? What college have you applied to? And what's your career plans?
Bel-Air Academy, Princeton, and thoracic surgery, sir.
Nailed it. Rattled it off
Boom,
clean.
boom, boom.
Thoracic surgery, that's my field. What aspect of it interests you the most?
The cutting part?
Oh my God, yeah, you really had to choose his.
That's the part I like too.
Nailed it. Wow, that was lucky.
I'm glad you're a fan of polo. You know, I have a very fine string of Arabians.
Oh, really? With turbans and everything?
Not quite what he meant.
That is very funny. You had me there for a moment. Thought you were a blithering idiot.
Me? No, couldn't be.
There's my daughter. Would you like to meet her?
I seem to be painfully shy with the fairer sex.
Oh, nonsense, nonsense.
Oh, hi, Daddy.
Poodles.
With all the faces that Will Smith is making, I wouldn't
I know,
introduce
right?
that guy to my daughter
This
ever.
guy's insane.
Varsity crew from Bel-Air.
She hates him.
And a scholar and soon to be a fine surgeon.
She hates him.
You flatter me, sir.
I'll just leave the two of you alone.
Is he gonna switch it up? He's gonna immediately cut to.
I want a real man, someone dangerous, someone exciting,
Ooh, dangerous.
someone from the streets.
Speak of the
He's
devil.
like, let me tell you.
Your prince is in effect, baby. I'm not down with this preppy nonsense. Carlton told me to do this. Yo, baby, I'm definitely straight out the hood.
That was the worst homeboy act I've ever heard.
She's so removed from it. She can't even
she's
tell
like,
it's
yeah,
real.
no,
It's not an act,
that's
it's the
not real.
deal, baby. Hey, yo, C, come here.
Mimi, Kip.
He's like, drop the act, man.
Would you please tell her who I really am?
Who you really are?
Yes.
He's Kip Smithers from Connecticut.
God.
No,
Carlton.
no. Tell her where I'm really from.
England.
England. Immediately walks out. Jesus.
Oh, went straight for the throat.
God damn.
For future reference, Will, our club frowns on strangulation.
This is all your fault, man. You got me into this
Oh,
mess.
really?
Yeah. This preppy nonsense. I knew women didn't like that mess.
The preppy nonsense got you entry.
Will. So, how'd it go with Mimi Mumford?
He struck out.
Mimi Mumford. Thanks, kid. Appreciate it.
The ones that I was most attracted to were the ones who were secure enough to just be themselves. And that's my advice.
There you
to
go.
Just be yourself.
I think that's terrible advice.
Thanks, Hunter.
Never be yourself.
Always be yourself. Always be yourself. You are enough. You are enough.
Now remember, I'm wanted in 5 states.
Their outfits don't look that dissimilar. It's
No,
just the
no, they
glasses and
don't.
the hat.
Yep.
And what did I do before
And the way
that?
he's walking.
You went to Penn State.
I went to the state pen.
The state pen.
Does he need to go to the bathroom?
No, he's just being his bad self.
Amscray Carlton.
Get out of here.
And he's from the Bedford-Stuyvesant region of Brooklyn, wherein he is a felon.
Okay.
Okay.
And what is he doing here in Bel-Air?
He's living with us to escape. And I quote, the man.
Great introduction, Carlton. Amazing.
I thought you said he rode crew.
Nah, baby. You misunderstood.
I think
He said I wrote for the 2 Live crew.
he flicked too hard.
Yep. Pivoted way too hard.
Yo, baby.
His face.
Effect. It's time to get busy.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God.
You can't hang, can you, baby?
He looks like he's having a bit of a
can't
seizure.
hang.
No, now it looks good.
Yeah. Dad.
You work on that, all right,
Pivot.
baby?
Salutations, Doctor.
Nice transition.
Playing 2 different types.
I do have one piece of advice. Be yourself.
That's a match, sir.
Never in a million years.
This music is deaf. Exceptionally deaf.
Carlton.
He's already
Ixnay
doing
on
his
the
little.
handstand.
He's already doing his little Carlton dance.
Now, what was you talking to my father about?
Yo, baby, I told him if he don't stay out my face, he's going to take it to the street.
She's like, oh, you stood up to my dad.
Baby, you close your eyes when you dance with me.
That's a weird request.
Just a thought. Mimi loves horses and you love polo. I thought that might break the ice.
Oh, thanks for the prescription, Doc. Enough said.
God, his little, like,
So what was you talking to my father about this time?
back to it. Get the sunglasses
I
on.
wasn't listening to him, baby. I was still.
You were supposed to have your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Oh, Pip, I'm so sorry.
Wow, the overcorrection has worked.
Hey, let's go someplace and get busy.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
I want you
Dang.
to rap for me.
What?
You know, let me hear some of them abrasive lyrics.
Abrasive lyrics.
I took you upstairs, let down your hair. Me and you together, forget about all I care.
And that is just the type of
Hello,
music
sir.
we will not let our children listen to. You disgust me. Get out of my sight.
Oh, wait a minute. You can't talk
Damn,
to him like
that was so fast.
Practically a convicted killer, and I love him.
A convicted killer?
Daddy, I love him.
I'm not a young Republican from Connecticut. I'm not a hood from Bed-Stuy. I'm Will Smith from West Philly.
Damn straight.
Trying to impress you and trying to scare you. And I'm
This isn't worth
exhausted.
it.
I'm going home and I'm going to sleep. Because, baby, ain't no girl that fly for me to go through all this trouble for.
Hello.
I spoke too soon.
Yo, baby,
Good night. Moving on.
She doesn't have a dad that I know about.
I say, yo, baby, yo. And she loved me.
Then what happened?
Well, then her
Yeah,
husband
what
came
happened?
in.
Damn.
I was gonna say her boyfriend didn't like me so much. Oh my god.
I don't think anyone is truly themselves until you've been married to them for 5 years. And then you see who they actually are. That's when you find out that's the person. I feel like, or at least lived with them for a while and you're in a relationship and you've reached that supremely comfortable place.
Right, where you're just
that's the real person.
comfortable with each
no
other.
one's really who they are when they step out that door. You know, they put on a mask. We all put on masks, especially in Los Angeles, in order to court, in order to have associations and do business.
Thank God I didn't have to do dating out here.
Then you go home and you fart. So
you let it all out.
Yeah.
Everything you've been holding off.
Like the be yourself thing was kind of burned into my skull watching Aladdin 10,000 times and ripping through that VHS.
Oh my God, yes.
But like as you become a grown up and you realize, oh, I gotta iron my shirt. I don't want to iron my shirt. Oh, I need to iron my shirt so I can talk to her. I don't want to iron my shit. I don't want to steam my clothes. I just want to step outside and sweat. It's comfortable. No, you have to put on the things in order to court. That's just life.
There's a certain amount of masking you have to do, but don't mask so much that you turn yourself into an entirely different person. I guess is kind of the idea, right? Like, obviously, we all peacock, we all preen a little bit.
That's a gray message. That's a lot more difficult to put into a 21-minute episode.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially like a 21-minute comedy.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, be yourself. And he's like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
It's got to be proximity.
Exactly.
Relatively close to the spectrum of who you still are.
That's a moral for a whole movie. But
sure.
Still, it made for delightful comedy here. Just like the playing the two vastly disparate characters. Very well done. And his ability to like switch and transition the physicality and just the way of speaking.
Well, just to like kind of put a button on the thing you were just mentioning, it's just interesting because it's where is the edge of comfort within who you actually are? That's where okay, when we go on camera, I think that what I like to tell people is I'm basically a caffeinated version of who I am in real life.
Yeah,
it's like
fair enough.
I'm still me. I'm just more amplified. It's like when the camera's off and I'm chilling on my couch, it's like I'm still the same dude, probably making the same remarks. And so, but I'm just like
quieter.
just a quieter version of that guy. And so you are the appropriate, more public friendly version of you.
Yes, for sure.
You know, when you step outside. So less cuss words, less farts. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as the camera goes off, though, both of us,
Yeah.
it's just, you need to get your gas mask in here.
One of the cool things about watching 3 episodes back to back, especially this early in the show, is you see it just progressively get better with each episode.
Yes,
You know?
for sure. The timing gets tighter on the jokes and the dialogue. The I guess locations and beats of the show get a little bit more refined. Obviously, our characters go through entire like facial hair reconstruction because our uncle is now clean shaven, but he gets the beard back. Is the thing. It's like I feel like he has the beard later on, if I remember correctly. So the mustache doesn't.
I don't remember.
The whole time.
My memory is what do you call it?
Unless I'm
Memory is
crazy.
fallible, so I don't remember now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm projecting whatever you say as reality when you say it. So I can't.
Yeah,
say
now
for
you're
sure.
seeing it. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess we'll find out if we do continue on this journey. Eventually, we will get the beard, and either we'll remember and be like, "Oh my God, the beard's back," or it'll just be like, "Oh, okay, cool. We're just moving on."
Yeah, but I fully, I guess the easiest word to use is identify with Will's character and Carlton's character of being both the guy who's like, oh, never mind, I'm gonna stay. You know, I was about to bounce, but hello.
Hey, yo,
yeah,
how
and
are
then,
you?
but at the same time, like I've totally been the Carlton character who's just like, hey, Chuckles over here, and you try your best, you know, and you're
For the 9th time, Carlton.
You're
no.
nifty. You're 10 on my nifty rate or whatever he said.
God, yes.
You know, you try your best to communicate a thought in a way that is intelligible.
The moment you start trying to be smooth is the moment you're not smooth at all. And then the moment where you're like, okay, I'm just having a normal conversation, that's when like the smoothness kind of comes out, at least in my experience.
Okay, so I was hanging with a friend not that long ago, and we were at the gym. And the gym is not a place you ask people out. It's just not. But I don't get to go out much because I'm generally here shooting for you guys. And so...
You hear that?
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, editing or whatever. I'm managing the channels because we have like 3 channels that we run. And so at the gym, I see someone cute. I'm like, okay, well, all I got to do is try once and get a confirmation that it's a no so I can feel better when I walk away and not think, what if? And so I was with normally, though, I don't try. I just don't. I'm like, it's just too much in the heart and the throat. I'm like, it's not worth, you know, all the feelings. And so, but the thing is, if I have a friend with me, it's a lot easier to make that approach for some reason. And so she goes, because there was some kind of interaction that happened very briefly, and my friend goes, you know, she wasn't mean to you. So there might be something there if you want to give it a shot.
There you go.
So she walks away and talks to some randos, and I waddle back, and I'm like... Okay, yeah. Well, okay. You all are going to clown me for this one, okay? But, like, I asked my friend, like, I don't know what to say, though. Like, she's in her zone.
Yes.
What do you say to someone who's in their zone? And I'm like, the only thing I can think of to say that is sensible, because it's like, why else am I talking to you, is, like, are you seeing someone? It just seems like a logical question. And the thing is, I've managed to, like, make that work twice with people that are beautiful. And so I'm like, well, if it worked twice, it could work a third, and fourth, and fifth, and whatever.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Sure. Well, it works maybe 20% of the time. But hey, you just got to keep going. You know, if you score 2 for every 10, like, you know, a yes for out of every 10 you ask, you just got to keep asking.
Yeah, right? And eventually you'll get 10 yeses.
Yeah. I go up to her and I go, I apologize for interrupting you. She takes her headphones off immediately, is smiling at me. I'm like, okay, she's giving me all the good vibes. And I go, I know this is inappropriate at the gym, but I was just wondering if you've got a boyfriend. And she goes, actually, I have a girlfriend. I go, oh, so it's like and then I walked away. I couldn't even finish what I was trying to say because I was just like, oh, that's a total locked door right there.
Yep.
There was never a shot.
Boom. She was being nice and smiling at you because she knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, just because we're on this, I might as well get these stories out. So I was at the podiatrist, with the foot doctor?
Yeah.
The podiatrist, right? As I was about to leave, I noticed this beautiful doctor walk in and is talking to my doctor. And I'm like, that's not my doctor. Who's this doctor? And I'm just looking at her. I'm stunned at her beauty. And I'm like, well, they're preoccupied. This is not a good time. She's a professional anyway. What am I
going to do?
So I leave and I go back to my car and I'm driving and I see her walking in the parking lot. And so I do the creepiest thing possible. And I stop my car right next to her and I go, I am so sorry. She's like, what? I go, I have to ask. And I know this is inappropriate. I always lead with that because it's totally inappropriate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I just was wondering if you're seeing anybody. And she goes, I am. I've been in a long-term relationship. I go, okay. And I try to leave. And she goes, hold on. I just need to let you know, like, I really appreciate you asking me. That really made my day.
All right, fair enough.
I was like, all right, cool. And then I drove off. Never saw her again.
Points won.
Yeah. So far, like, that doesn't. What blows back is when I don't do that. When I have serious blowback when I just try hello as opposed to
yeah.
Are you
it's
seeing
like, don't
somebody?
talk to me.
Yeah, I get like the people just creeped out if I just say hello. But if I go, excuse me, are you seeing someone? Immediately they know why I'm talking to them.
I guess you're upfront about what your intention is for the conversation, and you give them an immediate out of whether they are actually seeing someone or not. They have that immediate out of being like, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And that ends the conversation rather than having to be like, nice.
I want to be LL Cool J in that last movie we watched. That is my goal. And I don't know if I'm ever going to get there.
Just being open and honest, and it works every time.
I want to be the guy who's like a player and then somehow accidentally falls in love with a beautiful woman that I was paid $5,000 to go date.
Yeah, boy.
That's the life I want right there. I'm just messing around.
I'll get right on finding a, evil sister-in-law for you or something.
Anyway, about this show, it was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this.
The first 3 episodes, I can see why it had a 5-year run. They did a really good job, and it's genuinely gotten laughs out of me. And like the comedy holds up too. Mm-hmm. It's not a whole lot of really topical humor, but also
except the TV Guide stuff. But
the TV Guide stuff. But I mean, I'm old enough to get that still, so it might be lost on some of my.
Don't break out your cane, Grandpa.
Yeah, right. It might be lost on some of my younger in-laws, but it's at least funny for me. And overall, the jokes are more situational.
Yes.
Then that maintains it holding up rather than being about like current events or topical stuff, which then can get old, or you can be like, oh, that doesn't necessarily fly so well anymore.
There are some topical stuff explored in this show at some point, but I think it's topical stuff that we are still dealing with.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So.
I mean, even the climate change jokes and her like activism is like, oh God, it sucks that we're really still dealing with all of that.
Yeah.
Or like now, like it's also kind of interesting to see it where it's played for laughs here, and she's like a rich person and she's like, oh, she's involved in all of these things. And then over time, all of these things that we're laughing at her for being involved in then are now much more serious now and aren't necessarily as laughable anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, if I'm being completely transparent, I didn't know climate change was even a thing until Al Gore dropped his documentary, An Inconvenient Truth.
Yeah.
When that came out, I think maybe a lot of us became more aware. But like, I get kind of thrown whenever I see mentions of the polar ice caps or whatever, with the exception of like, I guess, okay, what I just said was not 100% true because I watched Waterworld. And so, as a kid. And so right at the top of that movie, they're like, the polar ice caps have melted. They get one of the guys who did the trailer voice, and he, like, right at the top, he's like, the polar ice caps have melted, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And so eventually that's our future, living in a water world. And no more reruns of awesome shows like this. This went dark real fast.
Yeah,
no, but like, yeah, it's a cool little journey of seeing the actors get more and more comfortable very quickly with who their characters are. It's like Will Smith is so smooth, but he's struck out. And that's fun to watch.
That's the funny bit. Is like he did his best and obviously is kind of like a player and he's got game. So it's more funny to watch him just lose out twice rather than actually succeed.
Yeah. Overall, had a good time, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let us know if you want us to continue. I am Jaby Koay. This is
Michael Boos.
Peace out.